I do wish you'd allow me to repeat these properly. My cousin is going to be very cross.
I have a little tin of shortbreads with Nigel's name on it.
Oh, he'll like that. And Master Matthew, is he aware that you're decamping?
We're going to stop at Warwick on the way to Gatwick.
Yeah, we'll be back as soon as we just have some things we have to take care of in the States, so.
So, time to face the country western music?
I'll just call the driver.
You going to tell Clint that you're in love? I will take that as a yes, and good on ya. But I'll give you a piece of advice. Suit up. I'm talking full body armor. Because Clint, he likes to aim directly at the chest. So you gotta keep moving. Serpentine. It's your only chance. Because I'll tell you something. Uncle Clint, he may be a fine shot. But his eyes, they ain't what they used to be.
Well, if you want to test that theory, Vickers, I can draw a bead on you right now.
What the hell is taking so long? If it's impossible for Daniela to leave the grounds, which I don't believe for a minute, why can't they find her?
If your daughter's anything like you, I'm sure she's one step ahead of them.
Where's Daniela?
Why don't we sit down?
Why don't you spare us the pleasantries and admit you lost her?
Hey,
What?
I think the headmistress has some news for us.
The security team has finished its search of the grounds. There's no sign of your daughter.
Okay, so she's hiding someplace, so you can't pull her out of here.
Oh, for God's sake, Eli, she's not hiding anywhere. Your brother kidnapped her.
Hey, do you know where my sneakers are?
These?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
We made it.
Thanks to you.
And Tom.
And Destiny. Hey, look, when we get to Seattle, I'm probably just going to check right into the hospital. You should probably try your dad again, and then get yourself into a hotel. Don't worry, you'll find him.
And then you'll run back to your soulmate.
My soulmate?
Destiny. That's what she is, isn't she?
Do you guys even have soulmates?
I'm so glad you stayed. What happened to you?
I had to crawl into an empty grave. It's a long story. I'm really glad you didn't leave.
We can reschedule if you...
No. Unless you have other plans.
No, the only plans I had were to hang out with you. But I think those can wait until you take a shower.
Right. I'm sorry. I wanted to get here as fast. I'm just gonna jump in the shower.
Yeah.
Kyle. Thank you for waiting for me.
Shower.
Right.
Hey.
Hi.
You hungry? I can scramble something up for you if you want.
I'm okay. I don't think I could eat.
Why, are you sick?
No.
Well, what's going on?
I don't know. I just don't want to do this without you.
It's the only thing that ties up the loose ends. So you're saying the guy stalking Jessica and running Jared, Mitch Lawrence. Tell me everything you know about this guy.
It's a copy of my birth certificate. Mother, Roxanne Balsam. Father, Mitch Lawrence? So, my father is Mitch Lawrence?
And the women were terrified, and they bowed their faces to the ground. But the men said unto them, Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen.
Mitch.
Yes, daughter.
But you're dead.
Well, as the man said, rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated. exaggerated. Come to Papa.
I don't understand. What won't you do?
Just let me try and say this, okay? There are a million reasons why I should just walk away from you. Evangeline, and I know you were broken up before the accident, but she loved you, and she's my sister. And Sarah, well, no, she definitely got shafted by you. Don't argue with me, because she did. And she's a really good friend. And me? Well, I should just hang it up. I mean, look at my track record. With men, it's ridiculous. I'm doing better on my own, if you want to know the truth. Then, when I'm with somebody or trying to be with somebody, I have my own apartment and a good job, and
So what's the problem?
you make me feel good. Alive, you know? And I don't want to give that up. I mean, look at Oliver and Kyle. They almost walked away from something really good because they were scared. And I don't want to do that. I can't.
Hey, Prince Charming, stop combing your hair and let's get out of here.
Sorry, I'll be ready in a sec. I need my shirt. My shirt.
Oh, sorry. We don't have to go out.
Oh, what do you mean?
We could just stay in.
Of course guys have soulmates. Everybody has somebody out there they're supposed to be with.
I guess.
I mean, look at your parents. From everything you've told me, they're made for each other.
And the fact that they're divorced and my mom just married my uncle.
Details. Anyway, parents are lame. My mother is so not right for my dad. Or for me. She's such a pain. God, you're loud when you're quiet.
I'm just thinking about what comes next.
What do you mean?
When they find out that we're gone?
That's when it all hits the fan.
I trusted you to keep my ex-husband away from my daughter.
Hey, I'm sure the
Don't you
security
handle
is
me!
doing...
Your brother kidnapped my daughter.
There was no evidence that Ross came back here.
Then where is she? Tell me where she is. Give me one plausible explanation.
Excuse me, headmistress. My review of the security tapes has revealed a person of interest.
Ross. It's gonna be Ross.
Not unless Ross is a young black girl.
Wait a minute, is that...
Destiny Evans? What are you doing here? Did they find Jared?
Not yet, but if they need me, they can reach me. I thought I'd jet over and see my beautiful wife.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Isn't it great? The Buchanan men together at the old compound, huh?
What are you doing here, Vickers?
Getting in the way. I'll leave you alone to talk.
All right, who's gonna pour me a welcome to London drink? What's with the luggage here? Are you going somewhere?
Well, we were.
We were going home.
So this Mitch Lawrence was the cult leader I was talking about. Real menace. You never heard his name before?
No.
Jessica never mentioned him.
Why would she?
He's her father.
No hug for dear old darling, please, is that any way to speak to your husband?
You are not my husband.
God, is this your crazy ex? Is this Mitch?
Crazy? Natalie, I'm hurt.
I thought you said he was dead.
I thought he was dead. He was. I killed him.
Not very Christian of you, daughter. You and Natalie are clearly in need of enlightenment. But worry not. We will recommit ourselves to the way of truth together as a family.
It's a lie. It has to be. Mitch died years ago. Roxy got the stem cells from my father last winter.
Honey, you can't believe a word that comes out of that woman's mouth.
It was a perfect match.
That is true, but it doesn't mean it came from your father.
Why would she lie? Okay, she's a liar. We know that, but so are you.
I apologize for dragging you here and drugging you, but I was scared to death. Do you think I want any of this to be true? I wouldn't wish Mitch Lawrence on my worst enemy. All I know is what's in that envelope, the proof.
That my father is a psychopath.
You lost any right to us.
Let your women keep silent in churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. Let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church.
Oh, yeah? How about in greenhouses? Does that count?
So this person who contacted you told you what to do. He gave you this envelope.
Never told me his name.
Was it Mitch? Did it sound like him?
I don't remember what Mitch sounded like, and it was on the phone.
But you believed him. That this birth certificate is legit. And that Mitch Lawrence somehow got with Roxy.
Well, I know that my brother was involved with Lawrence and his people in the cult when Roxy got pregnant. And the thing about Lawrence, he could make anybody do anything. That's what Walter always used to say.
Jared, no!
Listen to my daughter. Unless, of course, you've grown tired of Natalie and you'd like to watch me slice her throat.
I swear to God, if you hurt her.
I would never hurt my lovely bride. I had plans for her.
Done that much.
Not anymore. And I do have a weakness for redheads.
Don't do it, Lawrence.
He won't do anything with us if he does anything to us, John McBain. I'll make sure that you really do it.
I wouldn't count on that. John McBain is in Landview, chasing his tail. I shouldn't eat that roast beef.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm a little freaked out here, John. This Mitch Lawrence, he's a murderer, a rapist, and he's Jessica's father. I thought Clint was Jessica's dad. She and Natalie, they're twins. Fraternal twins. Different father. Lawrence is Jessica's biological father. How long has she known? I guess for a while now. Apparently it was a real blow to her and Vicky.
Well, no wonder Jessica never mentioned him. So why did he resurface? Where's he been?
Dead.
Excuse me?
He was killed 5 years ago. Or so everyone thought.
Dying is underrated. Truly. It's only by dying that we are reborn.
To do us all a favor.
What, and die? No, I'm afraid that's out of my hands. No, the Lord still has need of me here on earth.
You should be dead. Why aren't you dead?
Funny you should ask. I had come to realize that, well, Landview was no longer open to my teachings. So I made a few arrangements, and I let you and the police believe I had perished.
That's where you should be. You should be rotting in hell. Jared!
And then I resurrected myself in more hospitable surroundings. I'm so sorry that you were left thinking you had dishonored your father. But Daddy's back now. Let the healing begin.
What about Evangeline? You were worried how she'd feel if we got together.
I'm still worried about that. But I'm starting to think that maybe I'm using Evangeline as an excuse because I'm scared of getting hurt again. But then I realized I'm more scared of losing you. So, what do you think? Should we see what's there? I'm just putting it out there. I'd really like it to work with us, but if you don't feel that way, then
Don't go putting words in my mouth.
So tell me what you think.
What I think?
Christian, I don't need you to paint a picture for me. Just yes or...
So, you want to stay in?
If you do.
And do what? I mean, we could watch a movie. Christina Comes Home for Christmas is on TV, and I'm kind of a sucker for those old movies. Or I guess we could play cards.
I missed you.
Yeah, me too.
You know, we don't have to do anything if you don't want. You know, I just want to spend time with you. The rest can wait.
I don't want to wait. Disappoint you. You could. It's just been a long time. I haven't been with a man since college, since you.
I'm sure it'll come back to you. But, you know, we could...
Hey, how'd it go with your BOY friend?
Me and Matthew did it.
What happened? Did you chicken out? You promised me that you would tell him how you felt.
I would have, but he was busy. Someone else.
When was Destiny Evans admitted to the Warwick School?
She wasn't. I know all my students personally, and this girl is not one of them.
I have no idea why she would be here. Not that I know her that well, but...
I thought she contacted you to represent Matthew.
Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew Buchanan.
He's a student here.
Matthew's here?
Yes. And as a matter of fact, he's quite friendly with your daughter.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He called me. He said he was in the UK, that his parents had forced him to leave the jurisdiction.
Well, we need to find him. I'm sure you'll know where Danielle is.
Your parents are gonna freak. Doesn't matter, I won my lawsuit. As soon as we land on American soil, it's all over. Besides, your mom's gonna freak. She was in the hallway and you snuck right by her.
Not the first time.
You worried?
She's just such a lawyer. It's her way or the highway.
Same. I mean, we're talking about me walking again. They won't even give me an inch?
A quarter inch. I just said, let me see him again.
Exactly. It's their fault we're here. If they would just met us halfway.
Or even just listened. Absolutely.
Well, if things haven't changed, why were you heading home?
I needed to see you.
There you go. Now we're on the same page. You know, after we got done talking, I said to myself, I don't want to spend one more day without seeing you.
Oh, well, we're glad that you're here. And Joey and Kevin, they've missed you like crazy.
Wait till you see Zane. It's a real Buchanan.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if Matthew is as furious as you say he is, we might want to rethink this whole thing from top to bottom. But before we do that, could we have a drink?
If you don't, I really would like to just talk to you about this while it's fresh in my mind. Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Bo, you'll give us a minute, won't you?
Sure. Unless you want me to stay.
So Matthew has a new friend. So what?
So she's a girl.
Not the same girl he borrowed the phone from so he could call you.
The same. And she likes him. I can tell.
Yeah, but how do you know he likes her?
Oh,
He likes her. He was running on and on about how she helped him with this and she helped him with that.
Maybe I should get a wheelchair. Attract a rich woman, a big heart, small brain. I'm just kidding, you know.
Not funny. Let's go. Matthew doesn't need us anymore.
About that, Destiny, you'll be going back to Landview without me.
You're not coming?
I'm afraid that my days back there are over.
I'm sorry. I thought you guys were going out.
We are. We were. I was just getting dressed.
Oh, yeah? For what? Toga party?
Oliver got called into work. There's some sort of emergency. They were shorthanded. Apparently, it involved digging in the mud. He was kind of a mess when he got back. Sorry, I just had to shower.
I'll bet.
By myself.
Right. And if we hadn't shown up?
Okay, so I was kissing my boyfriend. Is that a crime? Okay, we're both adults. And we've been waiting for this for a long time. Too long, actually. Whoa. Were you two just kissing?
Where's Matthew?
Matthew's not in his room. Apparently he's left the grounds as well.
A boy in a wheelchair managed to slip past your security forces?
Not without help. Security's questioning his roommate right now.
You know what? Why don't I go talk to the boy?
He's in the office down the hall.
Who are you calling?
Matthew's parents are nearby. Perhaps they can shed some light.
Thank you. I think I can handle this on my own.
Am I missing something?
Terribly sorry. Warwick's headmistress is on the line. She says it's important.
All right, just put her on speaker. Headmistress, can you hear us?
Yes, Mr. Buchanan. I'm sorry to trouble you with this, but is Matthew by any chance with you?
No. Is he missing?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, my God.
How long has he been gone? Who was he last seen with?
There's your taxi.
I told you I was gonna take the tube. I can't afford a taxi.
The tube? It's filthy and public. I have so much to teach you. Destiny, I'm going to give you something that I've never given another human being as long as I've lived. Money.
You sure?
Yes.
What do you mean your Landview days are over? It's your home.
It was, until Dorian started to play for the other team.
Dude, Dorian still loves you. She just married that sister so she could win the election.
Well, if she wants to be mayor that bad, she can do it without me.
So what are you gonna do?
I thought I'd hang around the mansion here in swinging London, baby. Pretty good accent, right?
I'll miss you.
That may be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me in London. We make a great team, don't we?
Dorian's gonna be sorry.
And Matthew's gonna kick himself, so to speak.
I don't know about that.
I do. Just give him a little time. Now get out of here. Go.
Oh, David, thank God.
Say that again, Nora. I think I'm growing on her, Paul.
Have you talked to Matthew?
Or Destiny. Is she back from Warwick School?
Why, what's going on?
Matthew's missing.
Did he or Destiny say anything to you?
I haven't heard from him, but if I do, I'll be sure to have him contact you.
Oh.
All right, thanks.
Bon voyage, Destiny. Neville!
Sick as
I know. We have a lot of work to do, which is why I went to such lengths to bring us all together.
You dug up my husband's body.
I know, and that was cruel of me to use your memory of poor Nash to lure you here, but we will give him the burial he deserves. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for Jared here.
You leave Jared alone. He has nothing to do with this.
Very much involved. Neither of you would be here if it weren't for him. Isn't that right, Jared? You did what you were told from day one. Maybe it's time your so-called wife knew why.
Are you saying Mitch Lawrence raped my mother?
Raped her, seduced her, who knows? I wasn't there. Roxy never said anything about why she didn't tell you about any of this?
Just she was terrified of who my father really was, that he was evil, and that she got the stem cells she used to save Shane's life. I know the donor was in a nursing home. Is that where Mitch has been hiding out while people thought he was dead?
Honey, I wish I knew.
So if this is true, Roxy must have known he was alive the whole time. Is that what she's been hiding?
Keeping secrets? Oh, a good marriage is based on trust. But perhaps it was never meant to be.
Jared, what is he talking about?
I swear to God, Natalie, I had no idea Mitch Lawrence was behind any of this.
Oh, tell her, Jared. Oh, tell the wife why you lured her into my trap. How it all goes back to that ancient bond. Father and son.
We were,
We were kissing.
Oh, so what, you moving back in?
I think we've made enough decisions for one night. We just want to hang.
but we so don't have to do it here. You guys can have the apartment if you like. You talk about it. You left your sweater in the dryer. Come on.
What sweater?
The ugly one with the paint on it.
The ugly one with the paint on it?
So, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe we rushed into things a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I might have pushed you.
No, you didn't push me.
Still, maybe we could just slow down a little bit. Anticipation's half the fun.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, and I don't want to rush things, you know? Just take our time. Get reacquainted, you know? So it feels right. Not just the making love, but after. I don't want to scare you off again.
You know me pretty well.
So, we're good?
Yeah, as long as you don't think that I'm some kind of prude.
Yeah, it may have been a long time, but my memory's still pretty good. And you, officer, no prudes.
So which end of these puppies are you supposed to cut off, Neville?
The cigars belong to the Buchanans. And so does the chair.
Yeah? Well, Cousin Kevin's just gonna have to learn how to share. There's a new Buchanan in town.
Really?
Oh, didn't Nigel tell you? You're looking at him.
So where's my son?
I'm afraid I don't have much information at this point.
You discovered he was missing.
Just before I phoned you, we were in the process of tracking down another missing student.
Another missing student? You lost 2 kids in one day?
Relax, just take a breath, all right?
No, she's right. We entrusted our son to this woman.
And if he'd obeyed the rules...
Oh, so now this is his fault. He's in a wheelchair, for God's sake. How do you lose a kid in a wheelchair?
I assure you we're doing everything in our power.
Oh, well, you better find him.
Or we're bringing criminal charges.
Oh, or a
Let's
civil suit.
concentrate
That'll
on
really...
finding Matthew, all right? He couldn't have gotten very far.
I wish I were back at school.
You do?
Yeah, I'd watch my parents go to town. When they double team me, I'd watch out.
Normally, I'd agree with you, Mr. Buchanan. We'd expect to find Matthew somewhere on the grounds or in a nearby town. But apparently, he's enlisted someone else to aid in this escape.
They have a system?
Oh, yeah. My mom will make a big scene, then they'll start, blaming people, then they'll blame themselves. And then my mom will start crying, my dad will, pat her on the shoulder. And, if things get really bad, she'll slobber all over his tie and stuff. And then they'll get mad again and start making phone calls. And have a dozen people come and track me down.
That'll cost them.
Oh, they don't care. And once they do find me, they'll do whatever it takes for me to not have that surgery.
You could always call your lawyer.
Nora, wait, what are you doing here? My God, are you the one that helped him run away?
I'm serious. As soon as we land, call your attorney. Tell her what's going on. Maybe she can meet you at the hospital.
I doubt she'd be up for that.
What do you mean? She's your attorney. You pay her to do what you say.
Yeah, but last time I called her to tell her that I was dragged off to Warwick and for her to come get me, she didn't even call me back. Some shark Delgado turned out to be.
You are so out of line.
Nora!
Matthew is a minor. You had no right to take him off the school premises.
Unlike you, I would never take Matthew anywhere he doesn't want to go. I had nothing to do with this. Didn't you tell them what's going on?
Tell us what you're doing here, Taya.
And fast, please. My son's out there on his own somewhere.
Yeah, he's not on his own.
Taya Delgado?
Yeah, she's my lawyer.
She's also my mother.
Taya? You think you had trouble getting your license back the last time when you slept with the plaintiff? Wait till the board gets a load of this. You would be disbarred for life.
Oh, look who's talking. You both knowingly violated a court order.
Oh, is that why you're here? You just came riding to the rescue? Any harm comes to my son. If he goes and gets that surgery without our consent...
He doesn't need your consent. And I wouldn't blame him if that's the reason why he left. But there are 2 children missing.
Oh, yes, believe me. We're going to prosecute whoever helped Matthew run away.
That kid endangered Matthew's life.
Oh, he's toast.
I wouldn't be so sure, because no one messes with my daughter.
Christina Comes Home for Christmas. I love this movie.
Cry every time.
I know, me too.
So you guys are
staying in, and Kyle's heading home after the movie.
Sit. Watch. Cry.
Try and stop me.
I hope there's still beer in the fridge.
There is. Can you grab me one, guys? They're good. Oh, I just love the part where
He opens the door, and she's standing there.
and then she
Says she couldn't live without him.
and realizes
That he can't live without her.
this is where I belong.
So why do you want to watch a movie that makes you cry?
Because that's what makes it so good.
Totally.
Right?
Thought I'd lost you forever.
Right, got it.
So did I.
We did lose something, though.
This movie's so cheap.
Something we could never get back.
You're staying?
Cheer up, Neville. This is going to be the funnest job you ever had. I can guarantee it.
I doubt it'll top my stint with the Duchess.
You worked for Fergie?
Before the divorce.
Just how well did you know the royal family?
Intimately.
So you knew princesses, marquises, folks like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Neville. I've got a feeling this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Good luck, Matthew. I hope you get what you want.
Wait, but her last name is Delgado and you're...
Rayburn. I took my dad's name.
Okay, this is weird.
I know. Small world.
But I've got to tell you, I mean, this whole thing with your dad, how she won't let you see him, she's not really like that with me. I mean, she actually listens to me.
Until she didn't.
True.
You paid her to make sure you got that surgery. She bailed on you.
Yeah, but I got her daughter to take me the rest of the way.
Daniela was conceived when Ross and I were stranded on that island together many years ago.
Oh, it's one way to pass the time.
Does Ross have sole custody?
No, I have sole custody. Not that such details matter to Ross. I brought her here to try to keep her safe from him. It didn't work. He found her. Security saw him sneaking in and notified me. I was in the process of trying to move her to a different school when she fled, apparently. And all this time I've been freaking out that Ross took her.
And she took off with Matthew.
Yeah, which I guess is a relief. But not really, since Ross is still out there. And when he finds out that Daniela's not here anymore...
Is Ross dangerous?
He's a father being kept from his only child. What do you think?
Birth certificates can be forged. Done it myself. This money clip? ML? Could be anybody. There's nothing here that proves that Mitch Lawrence is my father.
Then who is?
Tell her, Jared. Tell wifey why you were so happy to cooperate.
I'm not your puppet.
Neither am I.
Folks, we'll be touching down in about 5 minutes. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
Hey, you with me?
Yeah.
I know it's a long shot, but I wanted you to know what we might be up against.
I'm just worried about Jess and Natalie.
I know. That's why I contacted the on-fill PD before we left. With any luck, they'll have already gotten to Natalie and Jessica.
And if they haven't?
We do what we have to do.
What do you want, Lawrence? Oh, you'll find out, Jared. Moody girls.